A new pitcher, big right-hander Domingo Acevedo, will take over and relieve this call to the bullpen. Brought to you by Sunset Board of Sumner. Over warranty protection for life, you just get more at Sunset, and people do like that. And people are going to love a one-run score here in the bottom of the ninth inning to win it 2-1. They just need one run. One run. Mitch Haniger will lead things off. He'll be followed by Carlos Santana and Luis Torres. The Mariners, one player touching home plate away from getting you to the postseason for the first time in 20 seasons. The last time was back in 2001. And everybody is out.
Well, you just heard Rez set up the scenario. I don't know if you can hear this.
Domingo Acevedo. He had 3 on the year with a 3.32 ERA. 67 appearances, 4 saves, 65
Radio only for me today.
16 walks and 55 strikeouts. 3 guys have a chance to win this game with one swing of the bat or mix up some base hits. Any old kind of run will win it. Mitch Haniger with 2 home runs in last night's ball game, looking for his first base hit tonight. He is 0 for 3, but he has now 9 home runs on the year, 31 RBIs.
One Hanny.
He can win the game with one swing of the bat. Acevedo tucks that glove underneath his chin. Looks into the side. Here's the stretch. And the big right-handers pitch on the way to Mitch Haniger. Here she comes. Swing and a ground ball foul on the third base side. And the count is 0-1. Acevedo gets a new baseball from home plate umpire Larry Vanover. Folks, every game a playoff atmosphere down the stretch. If any team deserves to get to the postseason, it's that team right there with the Northwest green jerseys. Here's the stretch. And the 0-1 on the way to Haniger. It is low and outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. The fans will be oohing and eyeing with every pitch thrown by Acevedo. Here in the bottom of the ninth inning, 1-1 tie.
Hey, Steven.
Mariners 1 run on 5 hits. A's 1 run on 3.
I don't know if you can hear the radio broadcast or me or how the mix is. I just decided to do this last second.
It has been a while.
Barely had internet last time the Mariners made the playoffs.
Record 116 games.
May not happen tonight. Bottom of the ninth.
Magic carpet ride looking to keep going.
Who knows?
October, the stretch and the 2-1 pitch on the way to mid swing and a pop-up on a play on the first base side. And the count is even on Haniger.
I'm nervous, and I'm also.
In the background down below. Wind blowing in.
I like that there's like 6 games left. I'm going on Sunday. I hope that it's pointless to go and I can just relax. But
Here's the set. And the 2-2 on the way to Haniger. It is down low for ball 3. Full count 3-2.
By the way, if you're like actually watching on TV or Root Sports, you're probably like a minute ahead of me because I only have radio right now. So,
steps back in, plants that right foot. Now the left, open stance at the plate. Acevedo looks in, gets the sign. Here's the stretch. And the 3-2 on the way to Haniger, and here she comes. Swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch for strike 3. And the Mariners
one down. Steven, you were 3. Yeah, an entire generation has been born and raised since the Mariners last made the playoffs. And
putting the Mariners in this situation, in this opportunity to get to the playoffs with a win.
There's been so many years where like they felt like they were kind of close. And we're legitimately within a game or two of the playoffs a couple times. They had really good seasons.
Mariners pitch on the way to Carlos. It's a strike called.
Where, in 02 and 03, they won 92 games, which was the second most and tied for second most ever. But the A's were just winning. They were the Moneyball A's. And they had a couple good seasons here and there, just peppered in where other teams were better. Last year they won, was it? I forgot, 89? They won a lot of games last year, a lot of fluky one-run games, which they're doing again this year. But just the Astros, and now they changed this playoff format, so this is possible.
And the 0-2 pitch to Carlos Santana, and here she comes. Swing and a miss and a fastball for strike.
And
so back-to-back strikeouts.
I doesn't cheapen it for me at all. I don't. They're playing by the same rules as everybody else. So. Yeah, King Felix deserved a lot better than Seattle, I'll tell you that. Cal Raleigh, I would love to see him. Hey, he's got 26 home runs, more than any American League catcher. You go up to the average fan and ask them who the top home run hitting catcher in the American League is, they are not going to know. They are not going to come out with Cal Raleigh because, he bats 210. But, yeah, most by a single season by a Mariner catcher. So.
Raleigh back up there. Here's the stretch. And the first pitch on the way to Cal, and here she comes. It's a slider low and inside.
Yeah.
For ball one.
Yeah, if my cousin and my brother are listening on any medium that's ahead of mine, my phone's going to absolutely light up. But I just have a feeling this will be like an extra inning kind of thing, like last night.
And the 1-0 pitch is inside for ball two. 2 balls and no strikes to count. And another slider from Acevedo. Let's see if he gives him a fastball. Or maybe that's a changeup from Acevedo that has a lot of break down and away from a left-handed hitter.
Steven, are you from Pacific Northwest or?
Everybody on their feet, a sellout crowd here at T-Mobile Park. Now the stretch and the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and a slider, and the count is down 2-1 on Cal. What a year for the Sharks.
Yeah, poor Felix. He passed up on more money a couple times to re-up with the Mariners because he just legitimately loves Seattle. And they didn't do him any favors. And it's a shame, he.
Now the stretch. And the right-hander's 2-1 pitch on the way to Cal. It is inside for ball three.
Nice.
3 balls and a
Full count to Cal.
Lays off a tough
what was I saying about Felix? They just worked him so hard when he was 20 that there was nothing left when he was 33. And you feel like he missed really a Hall of Fame career by like 2 good years. And that's a shame because he's awesome. He's awesome.
3-1 pitch, the Raleigh swing and a miss and another slider, and the count is now full.
Oh, I thought that was
3 balls and 2 strikes.
Third strike. Full count.
Center fielder Christian.
Yeah, I love baseball too. I can find a good story and root for it. I don't have to be a fan of the team. As long as it's not that New York American League team.
1-1 tie, bottom of the 9th inning.
I'm good.
Come down to this. Here's the set by Acevedo. And the 3-2 on the way to Raleigh, swinging a ground ball foul in front of the Mariners' first base dugout. And the count is still 3-2. Folks, if you wanted excitement,
so if we don't do this right now, am I glitching?
Mariners had a winning record in April.
I'm back.
And the battle through some big injuries.
I'll come back at the bottom of extra innings too, and until we can get it done. I have no interest in just running this all the way until the game's over because could be 5 more innings, whatever.
Here's the stretch. The 3-2 pitch, swinging a drive, deep to right field, safe there. Holy smokes, he did it!
Woo! Oh my God.
How sweet it is! The Mariners end the 20-year drought.
Oh my God.
Walk-off home run by Cal Raleigh. They win the ball game 2-1, and the Mariners are going to the playoffs as a playoff contender. They go to the playoffs as a wild card member. Cal Raleigh with his 26th home run of the year. 47,000 fans are going crazy here at T-Mobile Park. What a finish for the Mariners. Cal Raleigh on a 3-2 pitch. Long home run to right field. And they hit it here, Cafe, and the magic carpet ride continues. This ball club has been amazing.
Give me a minute.
Long. They never give up. And they're going to take us to the playoffs. The 20-year drought, forget about it. It is over. The Mariners win it tonight, 2-1 on the walk-off home run by Cal. And now the Mariners in a circle. Arms.
Just when I think I can talk here.
In a circle on the first base line, and the whole team is doing the happy dance. They go to the right.
Can't wait to see the video clip of this later.
And how about this? They're going to the playoffs. The Mariners win it tonight. And now they want to keep that magic ride going to chase down the Toronto Blue Jays to try to get home field advantage.
Okay. Oh, jeez. I don't even know if I can talk. I honestly convinced myself I was not going to live to see this. All those years where they weren't even close. All summer, losing every game 3-1, just every freaking game. All summer, year after year. Or they're in the hunt and then they lose every damn game in September. Or they're in the hunt and they miss it by 2 games. Or they win 93 games twice and lose to the freaking A's. They catch them like they're standing still. And every spring would roll around and somebody would say, oh, they look pretty good. Could be. And about 10 years ago, I started saying, no, don't start. It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. Don't start. I'm not going to let myself go there and believe it could happen. Because I gotta protect myself. Jerry DiPoto, I've been behind him the whole way. At no point have I called for his head. He's won, 8 out of every 10 trades he's made. They've got great players that are controllable now. They locked up Castillo. Ray's going to be around. I think he's more than 1 year, right? Raleigh, you just saw the catcher that nobody knows unless you're from Seattle. No one knows who Cal Raleigh is. Just hit his 27th home run, leading the American League, or leading the league for catchers. Julio Rodriguez is the next great thing. He's back on Monday. He'll be ready for the playoffs. Logan Gilbert, George Kirby. I mean, they got the pitching. I know in a 3-game series against Toronto or Cleveland or whoever, who knows? And it'll probably be on the road. But, oh God. Well, you saw me cry like a baby. I have no problem with it. I did this wanting to have a record of this. Of course, not knowing there's going to be a walk-off home run. But, man, my heart is just racing right now. That one's for Felix. And Ichiro. Ichiro got to play in one World Series here. and Griffey, who came back to Seattle. Played one part of a year too long, but man, we had some really crappy GMs. Bill Bavasi, Jack Zarinzik. We had crappy managers, some good too. Some great players whose potential was wasted. Just a slew of really crappy draft picks. It's just a whole pile of them. Go back and look at every first round. And that's what cost Bill Bavasi and Jack Zarinzik their jobs, is they didn't do the young part of it right. But DePoto has been. That's why they're where they're at now. I'll read a couple comments here. I'm not, you see me cry like a little baby long enough. Yeah. Paul, yeah. My oh my is right. Yeah, and Dave too. Don't get me talking about Dave Niehaus, then I'll start balling again. For sure. Yeah. People are gonna know Rally now. Yeah. For at least a couple nights. I was fortunate enough to get to see him start his career in Everett. You know, a lot of times players get drafted and they go straight to Everett, and Rally was no different. So I was able to meet him when he was right out of college, and I had to make a custom for him to sign because there was no cards yet. And I still have that custom, so it's one of my favorites now. And yep, him and his giant dumper are on their way to the playoffs. For sure. Yeah, many years of frustration. Yeah. All right, your dad's crying too. Yeah. Geez, Mikey, if you just joined us, I was playing on the radio over the internet, the bottom of the ninth inning of the Mariners game, and Rally hit a home run, and then I bawled my head off for 3-4 minutes until I was finally able to speak. And I'm just doing a little recap of what it's been like to be a Mariners fan for 21 years. And until about 10 minutes ago, most of it was pretty shitty. We got to see Ichiro break single season hit record. We got to see Felix throw a perfecto, still the last perfecto, 2012. So many bad draft picks. Go on a Baseball Reference and choose, go to the filter of the draft and choose Mariner first rounders. And you're either going to say, who is that? Or I can't believe he was that bad. But we're here now. So that's what's up. Geez, Mikey. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a new era, hopefully. I mean, a lot of these guys are controllable or controlled. I mean, we got Julio for 14 years. And Mitch Haniger's a free agent after this year. And as much as I love him as a fan, and he's a fan favorite, I don't know that it's smart to extend him just because he misses so much time. Their young pitchers are locked up. Luis Castillo, 5 years. Logan Gilbert and George Kirby are young. I forget what Robbie Ray's status is. I think this year, next year. But anyway, fireworks going off in Smoky Point. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I'm going to hop off so I can see some of the video clips, text my family, do my own celebration here. I got a headache. When I cry, I get headaches. So it's probably the best headache I'll ever have. I don't know what's going to happen in the first round, honestly. I mean, I don't want to say I'm happy with anything, but right now I'm just happy. So I'll be screaming my head off, this week, next time when the playoffs start. And yeah, geez, Mikey, yeah, Luis Castillo was the one they brought over from Cincinnati. We'll see. And there's still, they still could catch Toronto. So we just don't know who they're playing yet. There's still a little bit of baseball left here. I'm going on Sunday against the A's, who they just beat. My niece just gave me tickets totally free. Yeah, I'll go and watch the 2022 playoff Seattle Mariners. Yeah, Steven, I'm glad you could be here too. Sports can make you cry. First time I cried as a fan of professional sports, Ken Griffey Jr. traded away. I was an adult already. Second time I cried as a fan of Seattle sports, Ken Griffey Jr. returns to Seattle. Third time, Seahawks Super Bowl champions. Fourth time, I just live streamed to the world, and I'm keeping it because what the hell? If we can't share experiences, why are we on YouTube? Okay, I'm over and out. Thanks for 10 people hopping on here and watching me cry like a baby. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Go Mariners. This is why we love sports. I ain't talking about the NYY team right now. I don't care what they do. Cool blast. Chad comes in here with that crap right at the end. I ain't doing it. I don't know what happens to them. Right now, I'm celebrating. And I'm going to go take some Tylenol for my head and text my cousin and my brother and everybody. So, over and out. Thanks, guys.